Are we going?
Should we clap or anything?
Do you want us to clap?
Can we clap just because we feel like it?
Yay!
Yay!
Hey, everybody.
Welcome, everybody, to Find Your Beach podcast, the new and improved
Find Your Beach.
Find Your Beach podcast.
Yeah, Find Your Beach. Welcome to Find Your Beach, the new and improved Find Your Beach podcast.
We are in a professional building.
It's a bunker. It's Soviet.
Yeah,
Is it Soviet?
there's no smoking or vaping allowed of any kind on the premises.
Nope.
And I'll tell you, we wanted to shoot here months ago, and we heard about the rules.
And we had to
and
quit.
And we said, we're going to quit vaping.
Yeah, we're going to quit vaping so that we can go inside that building. Because as you guys know, we never quit vaping. But that's all we did. We lived to vape.
We slept while we vaped. We vaped while we fucked.
Yep.
And we weren't ashamed.
We were like digital John Cougar Mellencamp's.
We were about that vape life.
Gross.
Listen.
It's true.
I'm just as ashamed as you are to have tattooed that on my ass.
How do you guys like our new mics? Do you guys see these things?
If you don't see them,
I
it's
had
probably
to
because
sell
you're listening.
plasma to get them.
You're listening to this podcast, but
Can you hear the new mics?
you can probably hear it, right?
I mean, our levels are probably even for the first time ever.
In maybe our lives.
Yeah. My antidepressants are kicking in. It's great. Took them late today so that I'd be peaking.
Andy's medicated.
Yep.
No, we got new mics. We're in a fucking studio. We are at Park Studios in New York City, and we are super excited to be here. And if you're listening to the podcast today, that means that you should jump over to our YouTube, which is really my YouTube channel, and you can check out the podcast because we are going to be uploading every week because we actually have people that we're paying to do it. So you guys don't have to you don't have to rely on us anymore.
Yeah, you don't have to rely on us to do any of it.
We want you to rely on someone else.
Yeah, and not us.
We can entertain, right? We can be here. We can say a funny thing or two. But when it comes to showing up for you guys, when it matters,
we're horrible.
We can't do it.
Yeah.
It just can't be done. Sorry. It's hard enough showing up for each other.
Yeah. It's been a journey. What are we like? I guess today is the 30th and we're nearing 10 months. Is it 10 months yet?
10 months of what?
Oh no, we're at 11 months in a week or so of this podcast and our new life with masks and airborne viruses.
Our new life with masks.
You know, the pandemic.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
You guys know the biggest thing that's ever happened to any human that's living right now? Yeah, that thing.
I literally thought you meant like 10 months together. I don't even know how long we've been together anymore.
Too long.
It feels like we've been together for 6 months, and it feels like we've been together for 4 years.
Yeah, or 40. We do. I think we operate like. I think we operate like we've been together a lot longer.
Yeah, because we hate each other.
Yeah, because we hate each other's presence. That's been bad. No, we love each other very much, but I think the gleam is off, or what do you call that? Like the
gleam is off?
No, like the polish.
Like the gleam is off. What in the fuck?
No, not that.
Why would you say this on the podcast? Finish. How dare you?
Just thought it'd be a good time on the podcast to say that I'm unhappy in my marriage. Why? We're
in a public space. There's other people in the room.
That's not what I was saying.
Okay.
I was trying to finish. I was trying to say the gleam is off of like the pretending, like putting on a happy face for pandemic life. You know?
Okay. Feels like you did some cleanup on that one, but
no, I really mean that.
You.
Like, I think it's been going, like everybody, it's like the same thing that we've been saying. Like when the pandemic started, everybody used to be like, we're going to get on Zoom and play music with our family. Yeah. And now my mom calls and I'm like, aren't you dead yet? Like,
haven't you died in the garden, Anita?
Jesus, didn't a fox attack you? I would like it if a fox attacked my mom.
Oh my God. My mom.
I don't think we talked about how my mom, like a couple of weeks ago, I got a call from my sister and it was
Wait. Before you go into that, can I, because I don't want to lose.
What you were going to say?
No, what you were going to say, which is that, yes, I do think that everybody has fucking lost all enthusiasm for the pandemic.
Yeah.
And for being happy in the pandemic.
Putting on a happy face.
Yeah, I've noticed it in myself in that whenever I see somebody making money, I just unfollow them. if I see somebody working and thriving during the pandemic, I mute them and I do not and they can tell because it's all people that I interacted with before. And all of a sudden I'm just like off the face of the earth.
Yeah, I did a big unfollow this week. You know what? You'd actually be proud of me. I unfollowed every horny follow that I'd ever made.
Well, I thought I had done that.
Yeah, you had, but I don't know. You didn't know all of them.
I feel like I went through your phone and did a lot of.
A couple of them were like friends, and they were like, "Why'd you unfollow me?" And I was like, "My wife thinks you're hot, so you're not allowed to be seen." Sorry, I can't know you anymore.
What did they say?
They were like, makes sense, you know.
That's cool.
They
understood.
They're gals. They get it.
Yeah. Sorry, ladies. It's not, I mean, I don't think you're going to try to fuck my husband or anything.
Yeah, who would want to touch this?
I just don't want him to enjoy your body.
This sinewy, fucking balding,
Nobody wants
arthritic.
this cancer patient.
Jesus Christ. Okay. We can talk about my mom. So my mom, a couple weeks ago, my sister was like, hey, Anita took a fall. She's like in the hospital. She's fine. She had to get a couple stitches. And I like talked to my mom and she's like, yeah, I just lost my balance on the stairs. And then I like fell and, you know, hit my face and somebody took me to the hospital. And then my mom sent Rosebud the picture. I think I posted it actually
it's probably the most horrifying gash I've ever seen since I last put a mirror between my legs.
And Jesus Christ.
Sorry, it was just an easy joke.
Yeah.
Right?
It was like, I didn't realize that you were on tour with Slayer. But it looks like she got beat up for gang violence. It looked like my mom
she was shooting.
Yeah, it looks like my mom
Hold on.
Honestly, her eye does look like a fucked up pussy. That's how bad. Jesus Christ.
Can you guys see that?
Oh, it's so bad.
Guys, let us know if you can see that.
They can't. They're not monitoring it.
Oh shit.
But we'll superimpose it so in case it didn't come out.
Yeah, this is fucking awful.
Yeah, it looked like my mom owed money to the mob, and they came and made her pay.
Yeah, it looks like. It looks like Mouse's pussy when she was in Heat.
Yeah, it's disgusting. And then she's got like a big Frankenstein scar on her forehead.
It's horrifying. It's like when you see somebody get special effects done to their face.
Well, it's that thing where like old people, you ever have like an old relative that's always bleeding? Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, because I got a lot of relatives with like alcohol abuse problems.
Yeah, did you fuck up my coffee cup?
I broke it.
Here, I'll fix it.
I'm sorry.
But yeah, so anyways, my mom sent me. Oh, you didn't even put the... Okay, I don't know what the fuck's going on. Yeah, you didn't even put the thing in.
Oh, I broke it.
No.
I didn't?
No, it's just missing the bottom.
Oh.
This is good podcasting.
It's great.
What were you going to say about your mom?
No, I was going to say that your sister called to be like, oh, mom like fell down. And Anita was like, oh, yeah, nothing. It's not a big deal. And then sends it to me. And it was just like... She's just absolutely fucking rocked.
Yeah, my mom is like
destroyed
on from that point of life where you are just kind of old and forgetful to now she's always got like a wound and she's got like things in her pocket she doesn't remember. You know what I mean?
My mom's always kind of going through that too. My mom's always got some sort of like emergency happening.
Yeah.
And it's like I'm always getting texts from my sister being like, hey, make sure you give mom a call. She's kind of bummed out. And I'm like...
Make sure you give mom a call. She's bleeding from her head.
That's sort of... But I want to be like, if she's not bleeding from her head...
Do we have to talk to mom?
Do we have to call?
I love that my sister was like...
I want to be a better mom than that. But, a better daughter than that. But like, I feel like her mom now.
My sister said specifically, can you deal with mom? Because I don't have like the emotional bandwidth to do this. It's so crazy how my sister is like, I can't deal with mom's bleeding out of her head and I'm still mad about our childhood.
Yeah, me and Handy were in the car just kind of like,
okay.
All right. Yeah, we'll call and check on your bleeding mother.
Yeah. Anyways, so we put on Tracy Chapman and we just kind of cried for a little bit.
Yeah, we called her and we sang her Fast Car.
My mom's fully inoculated now.
Yeah, she's got the vaccine.
Both doses.
Wow.
That's why we're trying to get the Brazilian or the South African strain over to Seattle because I want her house, you know?
Oh, you're trying to wipe Anita out.
Yeah.
For her home.
Yep. I think you get extra money from life insurance if your relative dies in a pandemic.
You know what the problem is, though?
What?
We're going to get the rescue dog.
No, Ren, we'll just take it out. We'll take it to like a bluff and we'll just say, hey, look. And then we'll shoot it like a mobster that messed up, but we don't hate. You know what I mean?
Oh, like you brought this on yourself.
But it's sweet. You know, you tell them to look away. You know, like
yeah, you do it. You do
like
it.
The scene
you do
in
it
the
nice.
woods in Sopranos season 3. You know, where they get lost.
Right. Yeah, God. That's sweet. So you're telling me that we will kill your mom with the South African strain of COVID.
That's what's going to kill her. We just might help it get there.
And then we're going to take her rescue dog out like a mobster that fucked up.
Yes.
Like Christopher Moltisanti and just wipe Ren out and move into her home with our 2 dogs.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, that's a decent plan.
Yeah.
And I think it makes us good people that we've thought it through.
Do you want to talk about how annoying it is that when we watch a movie, I tell you who every actor is?
I fucking hate that. God, I fucking hate that. Okay, here's the thing that Andy does that I realized this week. It annoys me. Like, annoys me more than it should, you know? We were sitting there, and then you can go after me, and you can tell me something that I do. Okay? So we're sitting there watching TV. We're watching some movie. Andy will point out, whenever a new actor pops up on the screen, he'll be like, that's so-and-so.
I'll be like, that's so-and-so from this other thing that we love.
Or it's something that I've never heard of. It's literally just from this other thing, okay? Yeah. So it's not like, it doesn't have the same reference of like, oh, we both loved this other thing. Let me point out that this is the same actress. No, this is just Wikipedia facts. This is like, boom.
It's called autism, and I'd like you to respect it.
Yeah.
Okay?
You can't keep saying that because you're not. And
I think I probably am on the spectrum. I think that's
well, we're going to
obvious.
get you tested.
Okay, cool.
Okay? And I'm going to bring this up in the office because I think it's part of your qualifications.
I'm actually going to start a cultural shift where it's cooler the higher on the spectrum you are.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
Like I'm like a kind of like a human IMDb, but I'm not like drop a box of pins.
If you really had
autism,
autism, you would let me finish a story because
maybe I have ADD too.
Yeah. See, that's where you lose me. So we're watching something and he'll just like pop up with like whoever this person is. And it's almost like when you're listening to Siri, right? Or you're like, you have the fucking directions on in your car and you know where you're going. And so obviously the directions are really helpful and you're not annoyed by them when you don't know where you're going. You're like, please tell me.
Yeah.
But the second you know where you're going and Siri interrupts your conversation or your song or whatever the fuck you're doing, you're like, shut the fuck up, Siri, right?
That's what I'm doing to
That's
you.
what you're doing to me.
Okay. I'll tell you how you annoy me now.
Okay.
Rosebud, when I walk into the house, we don't have a lot of room. She's forced me to put most of my clothes in the front closet because she needs to make sure that she has like a gown that she wore once 10 years ago available in case somebody hits her up and they're like, you need to be at a ball in 15 minutes, you know? So the whole first closet, the bedroom closet is all hers and her gowns and, you know, her dress up clothes.
I do have a lot of gowns.
You have like dresses that you will never wear, but
I
for some
have
reason.
dresses that I could only wear to a costume ball.
Yeah. I mean, you have kept a couple dresses that were single lady dresses, you know?
What do you mean single lady dresses? Explain that to me.
Can I have a sip of your coffee, please?
No, explain that to me.
They show a lot of your body in a way that I would not want you to go out of the house.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your body, my choice.
Anybody want to fucking chime in on that? My husband telling me what to wear? Does anybody want to chime in on that?
Spousal
rape.
Spousal dominion.
That's what that was. Spousal rape.
dominion. Prima nocta.
That was actually opinion rape. Okay. Because I didn't ask for it.
So because we don't have a lot of room, when we come in to the house, I will take off my shoes and my coat and stuff, and I will like put them because I don't hang them up immediately because I'm not fucking Mr. Rogers.
First of all, your shoes are skis. Okay? Your shoes are 8 feet long.
So let me finish this. Okay. Goodwill Hunting. So I will leave like a shoe next to the desk or something. And then like, maybe 5 seconds later, Rosebud will be like, could you please put your shoes away, babe? And I'll be like, oh yeah, sure. And then I'll go over to the kitchen and it's just every dish she's had the whole day, things on the stove, the dishwasher. I cleaned it the night before.
Okay, well, you already said the one thing that annoys you. It was the shoes thing. That's it. You can't make a list.
That's the comparison.
You can't make a list because you said in your vows that you wouldn't keep score of our marriage. So you can't. That's it.
Here's a joke that I'm actually going to do on stage, but I'll share it for you now. And I can't keep score, but if the score is Andy doing a bunch of stuff and Rosebud 0, that's not keeping much of a score. It's just...
No, it's still keeping score.
Your score...
You still have a scoreboard and you have to throw that away.
Your score is 0.
So then why are you keeping it?
Okay, that's a good point. Why did I put that in my vows? You wouldn't have been like, why didn't you say I won't keep score?
I literally thought about putting that in my vows and I was like, there's no way I can do that. So.
Advanced move.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about this.
My father was a lawyer.
If you guys are like me, you fucking went crazy in the stock market this week. How about that? Did you guys write angry tweets that everybody else was writing at Robinhood app and just send them?
Did you tweet at Robinhood?
Yes.
You tweeted at them.
I tweeted at them, and then I realized that every other person had made this and just
that's
done
essentially like tweeting at Donald Trump.
It was so bad. It was like I was like, probably shouldn't call yourself Robin Hood if you're working for the Sheriff of Nottingham. I don't think it was that bad. But I did make a Sheriff of Nottingham joke and I deleted it pretty quickly. But
that's pretty upsetting that you did that.
Yeah, I'm not happy with myself either. I did.
Let me see. I want to hear some of the tweets.
I deleted them all.
You deleted all of them?
Yeah, because I was embarrassed.
No.
Like most of my tweets.
Oh, I wish. Oh.
Anyways,
that would have been so fun.
I did get $200 worth of AMC stock, and I'm sure it's going to be worth about $50 on Monday. So that's pretty cool. If you guys don't know what happened,
I'm going to be so mad.
There's a Reddit board, and the Reddit board is called Wall Street Bets, and they do a lot of it's basically just these guys get together and they say they're going to invest in certain things. It's technically market manipulation, but it's such a lower scale than the actual market manipulation that goes on. But this one guy, he saw that this huge hedge fund was going to short an order on GameStop, right? And so what he did is he got all these people to get together to buy GameStop stock and then basically fuck this hedge fund. And
if any of you have a boyfriend, you've already heard this description.
Yeah,
of the stock market,
everybody knows about this already. But some, maybe our Australian friends couldn't get their didgeridoo to sync up with Wi-Fi.
Yeah, their abacus was broken.
Yeah, exactly.
I love that everyone in Australia is just.
They're just like we're just
living in the woods for us.
But they have such a more modern and refined culture than we do.
We're like, maybe it's kind of. Maybe the humidity in your treehouse fucks up your connection to your didgeridoo.
And then the podcast gets interrupted because there's a knock on the door and it's like, the government book delivery just came. I better go down to my queer trans neighbors and wish them a happy solstice. They're just so much better than us, but we're still like, why don't you,
you
shoot a boomerang at your king?
Why don't you go wipe some poop off the walls from your pet kangaroo?
Yeah. Anyways, so with the shorting and all this stuff that happened, these hedge funds, it had never happened before. Enough people got together that they fucked over a bunch of hedge fund guys who are, essentially evil. You shouldn't be able to make that much money just by hoping that a company fails, basically betting that a company fails. Mm-hmm. And the hedge fund guys were like, wait a second, we're in the Illuminati. We shouldn't let this happen. So they just went to, well, they also are the people that support Robinhood, essentially. And they just went in and they were like,
own Robinhood.
well, they're the like seed money for it. And they
so
were
they
just
own
like,
them.
they were like, hey, no, just take these off the stock market right now because this is ridiculous. I need to buy a third private yacht that's only for me and Jeffrey Epstein's clone. So anyways, that's what happened. And boy, did it occupy my time for
It's all you thought
a good
about.
48 hours.
You guys know how Andy loves to scheme.
I love
He's
scheming.
a fucking scammer.
And then, but you know what? It was like a good lesson. It's the lesson that happens every time when I think I'm going to make money quick.
Yeah.
Which is I fail. And
Yeah.
then I go, you know what? I need to do some soul searching. And so I went on and I sold all my rare sneakers to like, I sold them back to StockX. I got rid of a bunch of apps on my phone. I closed accounts. I was just like, I'm going to work and focus on my craft. Which is knowing an autistic amount of world facts. So back at it. Got the atlas. I'm spinning
He's
it.
on fire, folks.
Spinning my globe. Wikipediaing coups in French Guiana in 1970. You know, all
So
that
wait,
kind of
but
stuff.
did you not sell the AMC stock yet?
No, because here's the thing. They actually they opened it. It was illegal to take it off their app.
Right.
And there was an SEC complaint. And then also it's like only Robinhood and a few other of those like kind of quick.
Yeah.
Everybody else was able. Some of these people just were like, okay, we'll just go to Ameritrade or go to whatever the other stock
I
buying
sort of
options
felt
are.
like I related to Robinhood a little bit just because I've
Been wealthy your whole life.
no.
Oh, okay.
No. I've actually just been wiping people off my timeline that are making money.
Oh yeah, that are fucking with your money.
No, that are making money.
Oh,
just
okay.
people that I think don't deserve to make money that are making money. I unfollow them. I get them. I rid myself of them.
The guy that made the guy that like was
So I was like, maybe am I Robin Hood in that scenario?
not
or,
the historical Robin Hood.
or are they Robin Hood?
Well, Robin
app.
Hood, the app. Also, by the way, they went on the news to defend.
Are you
their
not hearing
position.
the comparison I'm making, or are you just trying to ignore it?
I couldn't figure out the logic.
Okay,
and so I
fine.
just kind of blew over it.
Cool. That's cool. Let's just keep going. I think that's fair.
It's kind of fun that we have people here because we can't fight as much.
What do
You know what I mean? You can't get as mad at me as you usually
Oh,
do.
yes, I can.
You can?
Yeah, I don't care about. I can fucking these guys. They
Yeah.
can listen to everything.
Okay.
They're on the other side of this wall. But when this is over and they come back around here, I'm gonna pretend all of this didn't happen.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. Cool.
Did you think you were fucking safe?
No. No, I'm getting ready to run towards the large window.
Yeah.
Anyways, I do wish that we could do that at some point in our life. Doesn't that seem fun?
Just run towards a large window and just jump out of it.
Yeah, I want to set that up at some point in my life where there's
Yeah.
like sugar glass or something.
Yeah.
And there's a pool below it. Maybe for my 50th birthday, you can make that happen.
Of course.
Thanks, babe.
Absolutely. You just keep investing in AMC stock, and babe, one day we're going to be able to
You know what I actually really do?
build
wanna
a
do?
house out of sugar glass.
I want an elevated pool. I want a pool that is on like a second floor and it has a giant drain, right? Like the drain, like the size of like one of those lights over there, like a hot
Yeah.
tub size drain. And I want to be able to be in the pool and then you pull the drain and you get dragged into a lower pool. Doesn't that sound fun?
That sounds amazing.
Cool.
So you're saying you want to be flushed.
Basically. Have you ever been to one of those indoor
Your
water
dream
parks?
is to be flushed.
It sounds fun. Have you been to one of those indoor water parks to the Great Wolf Lodge?
That's an actual piece of shit dream.
Yeah.
You want to be flushed.
POS, recognized
Down a
POS.
drain.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay. What did you ask me about water parks?
Have you been to the Great Wolf Lodge? Those indoor water parks?
No.
Would you like to go? They have a ride or a slide at there that is basically what I'm talking about, except you are on a.
Is it still open?
Yeah, I think so because they kind of they gravitate towards like real like Bubba country.
Trump supporters.
Yeah, it's like Trump country. So they're just it's like Florida. They're just loving it.
So you're asking me if I would like to go take a bath with Trump supporters?
A mobile bath.
Sure.
Yeah.
Why
Do you want to
not?
go to a water slide park full of COVID?
Yes.
I mean,
Let's
we
do
should
it.
be able to get our shots pretty soon.
I mean, if we're trying to get the South African variant
To Anita.
to Anita, probably the best way to do that is to go for a swim with a couple of indoor.
Another easy way to do this
Mm.
would be we could get, if you've been in South Africa, if you've been in Brazil, if you've been, places where there's new variants,
Spit in an envelope.
hold on.
Okay.
Go to Rosebud's album taping in Nashville,
Mm-hmm.
March 14th.
Yeah.
It's at Zany's.
Yes.
Because we're going to fly the next day to Seattle.
Yeah. So, and when you come to Zany's,
Just cough in my eyes.
just
cough in
our
my open eyes.
spit in our mouths, sneeze on our hands, if that's easier for you, if it's not as intimate, maybe not
Do
as
like
sexual.
a Russian, like they did with Andrei or Alexei, I don't know what his name is, but Navalny,
Mm-hmm.
where they put poison on the inside of his pant belt loop, like inside his pant seams.
Ooh,
Yeah, if you guys have some Novacek,
you could do that.
you could do that, but just do it with the strain.
Can we talk about how we found out that like a couple that we liked this week, we found out that they're in an open relationship and they have a child.
Yeah,
And Andy and I were just sitting
going
at
through
home,
their Instagram.
going through their Instagram,
We were actually on FaceTime going through their Instagram,
just absolutely shitting on this couple.
just going, ugh,
Just being
I
like,
hate you.
You're fucking 40.
Yeah.
For Christ's sake, just cheat on each other. We were just,
I do think I don't
we were so mad at them.
I don't want to have an infidelitous relationship, but I do think that there was something better about the Mad Men style affair. Just
There is something better.
You're an adult.
Hide it from
Be
your-
covetous.
Well,
be secretive.
It's like you said you loved this person.
Why would you want?
Just lie to them.
I feel like everybody that's in an open relationship has just a canvas bag, and their
Ugh,
girlfriend
yeah.
has short curly hair.
With bangs.
Yeah.
Curly bangs.
And they, of course, have multiple yoga certifications. And,
Absolutely. Covered in patchouli.
Yeah. And they, half of their timeline in June and July was just all BLM. I don't know what
I feel like they cover up the shits they take with incense.
No, but I feel like they wouldn't. I feel like they'd be like, I ate beets.
That's fucking disgusting.
Do you ever do that where you forget you ate beets and then you go and you take a poo and then
No,
you look
because
at it?
I literally never eat beets.
Well, if you eat beets, occasionally you forget, and then you go and you take a shit, and you're like, oh, I have internal bleeding. I'm dying. Just dying, and you're like, oh, that's right.
That's kind of exciting.
Yeah.
That's something I would do just to pass the time in the pandemic.
Pandemic.
That's
it. Pandemic. I
Mm-hmm.
think you're starting to put pandemic more. Get it?
Yeah, it was better when I think I just made it shorter.
True.
The Demi Moore reference just doesn't, it has nothing to do with beets or the pandemic.
What do you think
Or
of
internal bleeding.
What did you think about Pandemic Moore's surgery? Everybody was roasting her this week.
What?
She got plastic surgery.
What? I didn't see. This is the kind of stuff that I wish you would reference
Yeah.
because it's like I want to know about this kind of stuff.
I'll pull it up for you.
Okay. I don't want to know who some British actress is in About a Boy, which is a movie that came out 20 years ago when Hugh Grant had no wrinkles. Oh my God.
Yeah, Demi Moore. I mean, God, Demi
Oh
Moore.
my God.
Just give it. It hurts us all. Demi Moore is
Oh no.
one of the greatest falls from A-lister to just because she was perfect in the 90s, just untouchable, just and I'm not against any older ladies in Hollywood getting work, but she I remember 5 years ago probably she had to get she had to go to like rehab for spice. Do you remember this?
For spice?
She like was smoking gas station weed, you know, like that synthetic weed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she had to go to rehab because she was doing too much of it. Like at that point, just
wait, but this says that she showed up 2 days later looking fine and like looking normal.
Well, is that her 2 days later right there with
Yeah. Yeah, this is like, so this was 2 days later and her face is back to normal. But yeah, it looks like she was biting the insides of both of her cheeks.
Maybe she put little things that she can bite onto.
It
She
looks
had,
like somebody
little
did some
staples
like
inserted.
some weird
Contouring.
and it just, that is the strangest thing I've ever seen. She literally looks like her face has been drawn on or something.
Yeah, it's gross.
I've never
everybody
seen that
was comparing
happen.
it to Heath Ledger's Joker makeup.
100%. Yeah, it's like 2 lines. It's like she pulled her face up into a smile or something.
Sorry, Demi, you can't have cheekbones like me. You're not from the Scandinavian region.
Okay. Well, sorry, I got just tired
Of hearing my voice. Sorry, I got tired of being around you. So I just thought, I think we do. I don't think we check out on anybody as much as we check out on each other.
No.
We check out probably on this podcast a lot where we're just like talking and then the other one's like, Jesus Christ. And then you just start thinking about a giant pool that drains
Well, the hardest
into
thing
another pool.
about this podcast is that I have to listen really intently to you
Yeah.
and I can't check out.
That's got to be awful.
I have to. It's not awful.
Because I just check out.
It's just hard.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just check out and I'm like, there's people listening.
Yeah. Well, I have a
Fathead.
dissociative disorder, so you're actually being pretty insensitive right now.
Well, that's just something that your sister told you have, and it's not even real.
Okay.
So
Cool. Yeah. Just like Mercury in retrograde and all that stuff.
100%.
Right?
Yeah.
Those
yeah.
things are real, but
No, I'm not saying Mercury. I'm saying your dissociative disorder is about as real as Mercury in retrograde.
oh, I just thought about a funny commercial, which would be there's that car company, Mercury.
Yeah.
And so that they could have an edition called the Mercury in retrograde.
Yeah.
And then
And it just doesn't work.
It's a car that just like you put it in drive and you just run into a wall. You just reverse into a
you
wall.
put it in drive and its fucking left tire just bursts.
Yeah, and then the onboard phone system just calls your ex-girlfriend from 9 years ago.
Speaking of which, it is Mercury in retrograde this week.
Yeah.
And I was a little nervous about launching the podcast because it's, there's so many moving parts and it's communication based.
Yeah,
and
we're
all that
actually
shit.
in a mobile unit right now. We're actually riding down the BQE, which is exciting.
Yeah.
The moving parts.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was
keep
worth
going.
it for you, that
Yeah,
joke?
It did not really. I mean, none of it's been worth it. Up until right now, I can't say any of it's been worth it.
Really?
Well, this one time I did break into a hotel conference room and I slept there for the weekend because I didn't want to spend the money to stay at the ski resort. That was worth it.
Okay. So you're talking just
Lifetime. Lifelong.
life-wise.
Lifelong.
Cool. So your marriage to me.
That is worth it. Because I am I'm part of Texas I'm part of conservative politics dynasty.
Royalty? Are
royalty.
you okay?
Yeah, I think so. I did work today.
Watching you try to get through that sentence was like watching someone hack through a jungle with a fucking plastic knife.
It felt like my brain
I swear
literally,
to God.
my brain was in an escape room just then. My brain was like, get to the right word. Get there. Seriously,
like
turn the knob, pull the lever.
Poor guy is absolutely fucking drowning.
Oh, man.
Oh, hun.
Yeah, it's okay.
You're doing great.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm proud of you. I can't believe how bad that was.
Yeah, it's a lot of I haven't been looking down because I can't like drop my head.
Yeah. You got to look forward at the. You got to look at the camera.
I think I'm being more. This is the more professional setting is making me more of a professional podcaster now. So I kind of like that. I am still disassociating. I'm very caffeinated.
Right.
But yeah.
Well, I think you're doing a good job.
I think this has been maybe one of our best pods.
And it is pod tradition to judge ourselves mid episode.
Yeah, you gotta rate the pod mid-pod.
Yeah.
You gotta.
This is part of what we do.
Yeah, we have an Oscar Academy Awards every episode. Every episode we rate the episode.
Listen to that. Couldn't
Best
even
of.
remember what the Oscars were.
Good.
Had no idea. Couldn't say it.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
No idea. Speaking of which, I'm going to pull up some of our most recent reviews.
Oh, and
right
I'm
now.
going to pull up our new. Well, you do that. I'll talk, but I'll pull up we have some new members that I have.
Some new Patreon members?
Yeah, some Patreon members. I haven't shouted
Ooh,
out.
that's exciting.
Yeah.
So you guys, here's the thing. We are at 197 reviews on this podcast. And if we don't get to 200 soon, I'm going to find you motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I'm going to knock on your doors.
We're going to knock
I'm
on
going to
your
say,
doors.
what the fuck is up? Why can't you take 2 seconds out of your day to review a podcast that gives you gold content every fucking week
Yeah. It's golden.
for free?
And gold only gets more valuable if you watch those commercials that come on late at night.
Okay, so here's our most recent reviews for the fans that honestly deserve the attention. All right? This is from Less a Less. Hilarious. This pod has got me LOLing hard in my own spell of not wanting a relationship and living vicariously through this hilarious and adorable couple. Big fan of Rosebud through GWF and TLLG. Keep on making things you the best. Thank you so much.
Say it how.
I really don't want to. Do I have to say it the way
I'll say it. Keep on making things you the best.
Sorry, I couldn't. I don't have it's off brand for me to
Emote.
Yeah. Okay, this is Teddy from Poland. Okay.
Ugh.
I don't know what that means. This
Cam
podcast
girl.
is proof to me that anyone Nathan McDaddy has on his podcast are awesome people. Love the podcast. Oh, Nathan McIntosh.
Love Nathan McIntosh.
Nathan McIntosh is the best. We love him.
He hasn't had me on his pod, but that's okay.
Are you sure about that?
Yep.
Okay. All right. This is from Cabby12341, and this is the last one we're reading. And if you want your review to be read, I would suggest maybe posting one.
Yeah, do
And
another one.
Don't curse because
Create
it won't get posted.
Create a new screen name. Post again.
Okay.
Log in as your stepdad.
Why do you have to make it look like that's, we could just have other fans do it.
I'm just saying you could do it more. You know?
We don't have
If you-
18 fans that need to repost. You know what I mean? When you do these scam things, you make us look poor.
Okay.
Okay?
I'm sorry.
All right. Keeps me sane. I love this podcast. The way the two of you joke on each other, the dark humor, it's all so great. I don't know how else to explain it. Rosebud and Andy, you keep me laughing through the whole episode. I probably look crazy when I'm walking my dog with the biggest smile on my face. Tried to howl with my dog, but she gets upset and paws at me until I stop. I think it makes her uncomfortable because she only howls when she's missing you when you walk out the door. I only hear her when I'm outside the door on the dog cam. Anywho, give the baby in the box a hug from your subscribers. Okay?
God, I really hope the baby in the box cannot find Park Studios.
No, I hope the baby in the box, I'm sure, honestly, I bet you that the baby in the box has their own studio.
Probably.
Somewhere in Brooklyn.
I would actually say the baby in the box has probably started some sub-tier podcast on Joe Rogan's network.
I guarantee you.
He was a big Rogan head.
I bet you he lives in Rogan's bunker at this point.
Yeah. Very baby in the box.
I heard the baby in the box gave Dave Chappelle COVID.
True.
So
as a joke, like Ari
thought it
Shaffir
was
giving
funny.
Bert Molly during his daughter's bat mitzvah or something.
Fucked up.
Okay. Anyways, these are our new patrons. I want to shout you out. Samantha Johnson, welcome to the beach.
Welcome, Samantha.
Natalie Chapman, thanks so much for coming.
Molly Hendricks.
Thank you. Welcome to the beach. Grab a drink, get a chair. Not a regular chair. Get a beach chair. Don't just grab like an office chair.
You're gonna
and
look
sit on the
weird.
beach. You'll look weird. Lucia, I don't know how do you say it, Lucila. Anyways, she paid in pounds. So she's from Europe, which
Ooh.
makes her better than everybody.
Yeah.
So thank you, or should I say grazie. And
Jen George.
Jen George is a Mahalo member. Mahalo, Jen. Welcome to the beach.
Okay, I'll finish. And Jenya, $5 a month Aloha member. You are our newest Aloha member. So happy to have you. Welcome, Jenya. Welcome to all of our new Patreon subscribers. You guys are the fucking best, and you picked a good month to do it because we
We're
are
really
going to
rolling
be
out the
creating
content.
a whole lot of content now that we are in the
If
studio.
content was dough and we were a pizza maker that had a big order,
Wow.
this
It's
would
going to be
the-
a lot better than that joke, and I
It
promise
wasn't
you
supposed
that.
to be a joke.
Well, whatever that was.
It's supposed to be an analogy.
Yeah, it was. Okay. Well, let me just, it's going to be better, folks.
We're rolling out the dough.
Jesus Christ, Andy. Okay, so if you, if you guys want to subscribe to the Patreon, go to www.patreon.com/findyourbeach. You can subscribe for $5 a month. You get a whole other episode with a whole lot of tea.
Oh, and
okay?
also, we should explain that now that we're doing this joint venture with Park Studios and we're doing this professionally, we will be releasing the entire episode on a unlisted YouTube channel.
No. We're not doing that. We are not doing that. Ignore that. Sorry, that's not happening. We're not doing that.
The Patreon episode?
Yeah, we're not doing it. Oh.
Jesus Christ,
The Patreon
lady.
Don't worry about that. It doesn't matter. You guys just subscribe to the Patreon. We'll make that
You
announcement.
get more if you
somewhere
do
else.
more. Jesus Christ.
You get more if you do more?
If you pay more. The Mahalo members get the video of the Patreon episode. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Anyways, subscribe to our Patreon. My brain is literally bleeding right now. I can taste blood.
Okay. Wash your hands. Don't lick your lover's eyeballs. Don't spit in their mouths unless
you're in a
you're in a
relationship.
committed monogamous relationship.
Don't be open
Do not be open.
and spit in each other's mouths. That is,
Sick.
you're gross.
We're living in a virus world.
All right, bye.